This topic's brought to you by Casper. Now, did you guys know mattresses cost a whole bunch of money? I didn't know. And then Christine went to buy a mattress once, and I said, that's a lot of money for a mattress. But Casper's mattresses aren't that expensive. In fact, you can get a twin-size mattress for $500 or a king-size for $950. And if you go to Casper.com/kindafunny and enter the offer code kindafunny, you get $50 off. Now, you might say, what am I getting $50 off of? To which I would say a mattress, of course, but then I'd remind you that there's two types of amazing technologies in a Casper mattress. There's memory foam. It's latex foam, and they come together like this, and then they go and they become one amazing foam that you sleep on at a good cheap price and get a good night's sleep that is awesome. And wouldn't you like a good night's sleep? Go to Casper.com/kindafunny. Enter the offer code kindafunny, and you will sleep better on your Casper mattress, guaranteed. And if not, Kevin will come choke you out and put you on that mattress. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Over Greggy show. I am one of your hosts, Greg Miller, along the...
Hi, Greg.
Hey, how you doing, Nick?
Good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Do you ever think about dipping the foam part of your mic into your coffee?
No. God, that sounds awful.
It sounded like you melted into Masters of Terracassi.
What is that?
When you just said that.
Master Terrascasi, dude, is a
What is
fucking
that?
PS1 era
Classic
Star Wars fighting game.
Come
Oh
on.
my, I'm so sorry.
Come on.
I didn't know. Did they have the Metachlorians
I host
there?
a PlayStation.
Did they have
podcast.
Watto there?
Now you know how I feel
care.
70% of the time.
Did they fight with lightsabers?
Some of them did.
Well, that
Some
seems
of
like
them
an
did it.
unfair fight right there.
Boba
Yeah.
Fett was in it.
Did he just die like a bitch in every match? Little anus always popped up on the ground and he fell in it.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Help me!
You know, I gotta-
miss my daddy. Who is
I-
my clone?
I gotta be honest with you, is that I was watching Jedi recently, and he really does go out like a bitch. Like I gotta just admit that Boba Fett really does. But it's because he's so used to not being challenged that he wasn't even ready for anything that was happening on the skiff.
Everything had atrophied. He wasn't ready.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like he's on the Super Star Destroyer Executor with a big dick with Darth Vader and the other 5 bounty hunters. No one's saying anything to him. He goes to Bespin, the Cloud City. Darth Vader is getting shot up by Han Solo. He puts his hand up and stops the bolts, and Boba Fett just walks out from the side, like not afraid of anything. And then he goes to Jabba's palace to fucking collect, and he's just there to party.
Yeah.
And fuck.
Yeah.
And
Look,
and then all this shit goes down.
He's hungover. He's probably got a
So I think
wicked
that
hangover.
So I think that he's like, because you can see him on the skip. He's like, what the hell is going on? Like, I haven't had to fight anyone in years.
Oh,
You
no.
know?
He's on massive amounts of cocaine.
Space cocaine.
On Jabba's like amazing yacht, that fucking sand yacht that he
Yeah.
had. He was blowing lines before shit went down. He was just like, I don't.
Him and that fucking
what's
CG
happening?
singing thing with the big ass nose.
Yeah. Dude, they were getting
no,
down.
what was the...
That's Sly Snoodles.
What's the...
Is that
Shout out to Sly Snoodles.
Or Sly Snoodles, something like that? Isn't
I
that
like
the
Sly
character?
Snoodles.
I'm gonna look that up.
This is the part of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
Hello.
That's the pure one, Tim Gettys.
That's the most.
What-
Now, what was the Muppet, though? There was a Muppet, right, on Jabba's palace.
Yeah, that was like, well, that's what I thought he was talking about with the lips.
Salacious Crumb, that's right. That guy was getting mouth fucked by Boba Fett, for sure.
Oh, Salacious Crumb was
Boba
everyone's
Fett,
bitch.
he was hungover, he was
Yeah.
on drugs, and he was deprived of all his fluids. That Salacious Crumb had sucked
he had
out of
been
him.
sucked dry.
Did he have a weird nose?
How the fuck did I know that? Sly Snoodles. How do I remember that?
Because you're
You're a huge fucking dork.
Hold on, are you talking about I'm talking about the CG abomination they added.
The singing thing.
The singing thing.
That looked like Zork,
Yeah, the
kinda.
kissy thing,
Like
right?
Nicki Minaj, kind of.
Hold on a second. I'm looking.
A little bit.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia?
Yeah, Sly Snoodles.
Wikipedia.
It's
Love
God, how do I remember that? Sly Snoodles was a female Powwick singer and lead
Yeah, that's
vocalist
her, yeah.
for the Max Rebo band. She was also the former lover of Zero the Hutt and was his killer. She was also a spy for Grand Hutt Council's leader, Jabba. It says her gender is female, her height is 1.65 meters,
I don't know
and
if
her
I
skin
can't do
color
that.
is yellow, in parentheses, with blue spots.
Good.
Thank you, Wikipedia. Do you ever see the old, I think it was, I don't remember what website I would do where it was like, I think we talked about this in the past, like a long time ago. The Wikipedia article is for something fake and the Wikipedia article is for something real. So it's like the real Wikipedia article for like a scientific term and then the real Wikipedia article for a fake scientific term from sci-fi. And that one's way more fleshed out and twice as long. It's the fucking best. I love that. It's such a funny idea. Nerds.
Yep.
But
If
I
you
knew
didn't
who Sly
know,
Snoodles was.
this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny where you get the shows early along with a bunch of exclusive goodies A lot of people like all the exclusives we've been putting up lately. I'm proud of that. I'm glad they're enjoying the exclusive content, Nick.
Good.
If you have no money to toss, don't worry about it. Head to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we post the entire show, topic by topic, day by day, until the entire thing posts the following Friday as one big MP3 and video. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Not good.
What was the story that
Not good
Lucas
at all.
said about Boba Fett? Like he was supposed to be the main villain of when it before.
Lucas didn't say that. Other people were saying that.
Yeah. What was that?
Some
It
other
was-
old guy.
It came out like a month or two ago. They were talking about
was it
how Fett was supposed to be like the main villain and then got downgraded or something like that when they
yeah,
decided to make a
I saw something
trilogy.
about that circulating, but I did not read it. It could have been from what's his name, the screenwriter.
where they were going to make 2 trilogies. Oh, that's right. And Boba Fett was supposed to be the main bad guy of the first one, and then when he decided to not make the next 3, I guess they were like, "You got to go out like a bitch." So go blow lines in the back for a while.
It's
and then
weird.
come back.
It's weird that they killed him at all. It would have been the mystique would have been way better. It would have been cooler if he fell into the Starlight Pit and then jetpacked out or something like that.
Isn't that what they did in the EU?
In the books, he gets out. I think he causes some sort of explosion or something. It's in Tales from the Bounty Hunters, I think. Because there was great short story books called Tales of the Bounty Hunters, Tales of the Empire, Tales from Jabba's Palace, Tales from Mos Eisley Cantina. It was like all of the stories of all these random
Watto's
people.
Grotto Tales.
Watto's Grotto's Tales. But
Tales
of
from
course,
Sebulba's house.
Tales from Sebulba's house, which was written but not actually published.
Right. Would have been too good. Would have put everything pale in comparison to that.
Now, if you're
So-
done talking about your fucking dumb clones and shit, I asked how everybody's doing. Everybody said good, and then Tim said bad.
I'm not good.
What's wrong?
I'm sick. Think I'm dying.
Oh,
Earlier we were talking about what topics we're doing. I was like, I want to talk about sickness and sick stories.
yeah,
And you're like, have we done that before? I'm like, I don't think so.
yeah.
And I did some research on it. We have, but none of us were part of the damn show because we were all sick.
Oh, this
Maybe-
is when I was like last man standing.
Maybe it
We
would
were
be.
gone.
Maybe it would be. This sweet space jacket that you're wearing.
I was
going
gonna
to
say he does look like he's from the future, right? This does look like a Back to the Future
you're a
2 look.
helium
Full
3,
disclosure.
you're a helium 3 trader.
Full disclosure for this jacket.
Yeah.
I bought
Come
it.
back from fucking a gas giant.
I bought it for Kind of Funny Live. It was going to be my entrance jacket, and I was going to get the smiley embroidered on it.
Oh.
Ran out of time to get it embroidered because we were working on a whole bunch of other bullshit like Pikachu costumes and
Yeah.
whatnot. Then I found the sparkly light up one. I'm like, well, fuck this piece of shit.
Yeah.
So it's a cheap jacket. I don't really like it, but I was like, I have it now. And then I haven't done laundry for a while because Gia has been here.
Chia.
So I'm like, you know what? I didn't want to debut my E3 outfits because it ain't E3 yet.
Sure.
Damn well know I got some E3 outfits to fucking debut
Right.
on y'all bitch ass.
So let me tell you, so I
wore this instead.
So you were born in the asteroid belt.
See, the
In
thing
the year 2352,
Yep.
and you and your family traveled to Saturn specifically. To Iapetus, no, Enceladus. We're gonna say you lived on Enceladus, the moon,
Yeah.
and you
Dated
became
Xenon for a while.
Yep,
It's my girl.
Yep, and then you became a helium 3 trader, and you were often shuttling between the moons of Saturn and Earth to let off the payload of helium 3.
Damn
and
right.
other payloads as well.
Yeah.
Now, can I name him?
Yeah.
I'm going to just pull a random name. Never heard this before. Let's call him Mace Windu.
Okay. I feel like I can rock it.
The gas giant trader.
The thing about it is that you guys kind of look like a tag team because you're in the same color palette for sure today. Like you're very much like your color coordinator. You ready to start some shit.
feeling it.
Any second, knock us out.
Really
Cut a
feeling
promo.
By the way, so you voted.
I did vote. Feel the burn.
We all voted. Do we all vote today?
I have not voted.
yet.
That's why I want to leave a little
You're gonna
early
go
today.
vote. Kevin, you voted? You're gonna
make
vote? Kevin, you're gonna vote for
Pulse
Donald
rate
Trump,
like
I
8.
assume. You're gonna vote for Hillary Clinton, and you're gonna vote for Bernie Sanders. Greg, you
Feel the
voted for
burn.
Bernie
I
Sanders.
voted for. I felt the burn.
Nick, you'll vote for Hillary Clinton, I assume.
No, I'll probably vote for Kasich as well.
John Kasich. I voted for John Kasich as a protest vote.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
Thank you, Kevin.
I'm registered as an independent, so my vote doesn't fucking matter at all. So it doesn't matter.
Now let me just say this real quick.
It doesn't.
Interesting, and it has nothing to do with anything we're going to talk about today. But interesting story run by Political Magazine last week talks about Zachary Taylor in the 1840s.
Zachary Taylor Thomas?
Just Zachary Taylor, the general.
Oh man.
And how he ran as a Whig, and he won, and he was like this know nothing, like never wasn't political, changed his mind constantly, still won.
a flip flopper, as we call
Yeah,
him.
still won, destroyed the Whig Party, and then the Republicans obviously came out of the ashes of that. A lot of interesting parallels there. Very interesting story about Zachary Taylor in Political Magazine. People should go read it and check it out.
You're drawing a parallel between him and obviously Hillary Clinton.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because I was telling Kevin at lunch, the Republican Party first ran a presidential candidate in 1856, John Fremont, the Pathfinder, lost to Franklin Pierce of New Hampshire, the only New
What was his
Hampshire-born.
nickname?
Franklin Pierce?
Yeah.
The man from New... Oh, he was considered a... what the fuck was it? A northerner with southern sensibilities. What the fuck is that term? It's like something with dough.
John Doe.
Pillsbury
Judy's dough.
Boy.
Pizza bread dough.
Judy's fine dough.
Anyway, it was something people say in the comments. Anyway, in 1856, Franklin Pierce beat him, but then in 1860, Abraham Lincoln won, second Republican ever to run and won, and then it caused the Civil War, of course. But
Shout out to Abraham.
And shout out to the Civil War. But what I'm saying is that the party can collapse very quickly because of Trump and then rise back up. But there's a lot of parallels between Zachary Taylor, I think 1848. No, 1846, I get.
This makes so much sense because I've always heard these Southern people say, we will rise again, and they're talking about the Republican Party.
No, the Democrats were actually the Southerners. And the racists and the slaveholders. Just a little piece of history. Of course, the Republicans were the ones that were anti-slavery, and the Republicans were ones, of course, were the Northerners that fought. And
man, when did you guys? When did the good guys become the bad guys, and the bad guys become the good guys? When did that change?
Somewhere around season 4.
Everything just fucking flip flopped on that.
When did we start liking Jamie Lannister? I don't know, but we did.
Yeah, it's a great point.
It's true.
Right, that's a good one.
I like Jamie Lannister.
Tim, you're dying.
I am dying. I'm convinced I'm dying. I exaggerate a lot, but I think this is it. I really do think
you seem like you're holding this together.
I don't think I'm going to make it to E3. My big problem here
You
is the
have to
last
go to
time we were
E3.
sick was the PAX pause.
We all go or none of us go.
The PAX plague.
I'm
You're
down
coming.
with that
You're
one.
chained to me. You're not getting away.
I'm down with none of us.
When we were at PAX, it was like day 2 or something. Then all of a sudden, me and Kevin just got hit fucking
PAX Prime?
hard. Yeah.
Well, it's
PAX
'cause you
Prime.
hang out with
Last
Kevin.
week. I know it sucked. It was bad, and you got hit too.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
and I never get punched by the sickness.
Me neither. We were pretty good. That was the last time I've been sick. And then that left you guys. You guys did the show. And
we did
talked
power
about being
through.
sick.
We never get sick. What the fuck is wrong?
So now we're after coming off a Kind of Funny Live.
Yeah, you're tired,
And
exhausted.
I treated my body like utter shit.
Yeah.
For at least 2 weeks.
You treated it like
Really
Kevin
bad.
treats his normal body.
Normally, yeah. And I don't have the resistance that Kevin has built up over the 26 years of his life.
Kevin only gets sick every 3 weeks. So
yeah. Kevin
You're
used to,
like the- you're
used
the
to
new
give me
Ryan
shit for
Clements.
being sick all the time, but no. So I haven't been sick since this
But
past thing.
he's the opposite. Clements always got sick because he was too clean. He had no antibodies. Kevin will drop a sandwich in a gutter and pick it back up and eat it.
No.
Then wipe his hands on his pants, wear the pants the next 4 weeks.
Well, the last part.
Yeah.
It's
true. Anyways, I'm really not doing well. Like right after.
Are you getting better?
So about 2 days after Kind of Funny Live, I realized that I was like, oh fuck, I'm getting sick. I can feel it. That shitty feeling. Then I wake up one day and I'm like, I can't go to work. Like I had to miss Gamescast or whatever it was that day. I'm like, shit, I just really can't do this because my head felt like there was water in it. You know what I mean? There was that whole thing. I was like, I just need to sleep this off. Slept the entire day. Wake up the next day with a sore throat. The head feeling's gone, but now I got a sore throat. Wake up the next day with an earache. I haven't had an earache since I was like 4 years old. And like, do you guys remember
Can you
having
not be
earaches?
here?
I don't.
No, he's not contagious. It's too
I
late.
think I'm past that at this point. But
You better hope so.
Maybe we'll get sick and not have to go to E3.
when's the last time you guys have had earaches?
Nick!
How does it go?
It's you do what? No! Damn it! You do what the other person's doing. There you go. Thank you. When's the last time I had an earache?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had an earache.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
I don't.
Oh, you've had an earache.
Have I?
I'm sure you've had an earache.
We'll call big old Jamie Kennedy.
It sounds like you have a sinus infection.
So the problem was I haven't had an earache since I was like 4, and I remember them being the most traumatic experiences I've ever had because I'm a dumb little kid. So as I grew up, I was like, oh, I was a dumb little kid. Like I must have been bitching about nothing. And then let's see what big old Jamie Kennedy has to say.
'Cause I had a lot of ailments growing up. I don't remember earaches being one of them.
Oh, you sure did have a lot of ailments growing up, didn't you?
I got them all written down.
Hello, Greg.
Hey, Mom, you're on the Game Over Greggy show. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good. Hey, in all my litany of sicknesses and whatever, did I suffer from earaches?
No, you never had earaches, but you had throat problems all the time. That's why you had your tonsils and had noise sticking out.
Yeah, throat problems. I had a big throat problem. Still do.
Yeah.
It's too awesome.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. Should have been all taken care of when we took out those organs.
Yeah, well, they probably left one in. All right, thanks, Mom. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know if it was taking out the organ so much as putting an organ into his mouth. Over
Oh, my mother was just on the phone.
I at least had the decency to wait till she was on. Tim's doing fucking giant cocks going in his mouth.
No, that could have been anything. It
least
could have been a
they're
big
giant.
hot dog.
It was a cock.
could have
been. Oh, damn it.
It was
All right,
definitely
cool.
a cock.
It was a big
Well,
fat
okay,
dick.
whatever. Ear infections or earaches fucking suck. And
They do.
I
You
haven't
can't
had one
sleep,
since
really.
I was very young. And then all of a sudden I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I'm like, what the fuck is this pain? It was the worst pain I've ever experienced in my entire life. It did not go away for like 6 hours. Couldn't go back to sleep. just ringing pain. Like nothing made it feel more comfortable or anything. I was just like, fuck, I want to die. This is not worth living.
Sure.
Had some ibuprofen eventually, and it eventually dulled a little bit. Since then, my ears have just had a constant ringing for the last couple of days. Yeah, it's just all I hear is ringing now. And it's like, this I can handle. This is just like,
Maybe you have tinnitus.
baby stuff.
When are you going to go to the doctor?
I don't know.
I do.
When am I?
You had tinnitus?
Am I going to do it before E3?
Yeah, you could
I
easily
don't
do that
know.
before E3.
I don't think I can. It's too much to do before E3.
No, there
Then
really
there's
isn't.
VidCon, and then there's Let's Play
That's
Live somewhere
after.
in there.
Those are after E3.
I'm worried about this, Greg.
Nick,
I'm
do
really worried
Colin
about
Greg
this.
live on Friday, okay?
Okay.
There you go. You got the morning off. You can go
Well,
do that.
I'm gonna guess Tim. There's a few setup things he has to do before because I don't think he's been to a doctor in probably a few years.
That's the problem.
So
I
he
haven't.
probably doesn't have a primary care physician.
I got a good one. I'll send you.
There's so much issues with my life. My life is so hard, and I don't like it. I really, really, really don't like it. The ear infection thing was like the worst part because that was the pain, and then after that, the last couple of days have just been me just kind of like dealing with it, but it's just not going away. Like I felt like I was on the decline of it, and then all of a sudden now it's like still here, and I'm worried because it's been a whole week,
Yeah.
and I've been like just down in NyQuil.
Are you sleeping a lot?
Yeah, like I
mean, you might have an actual sinus infection.
So now
in
I'm
case
worried
you
I have an
might wanna go
actual
get
infection.
an
You should go to the
antibiotics
doctor.
and get some antibiotics.
And maybe not be in my house.
Walgreens
like
probably
this.
too. They got stuff. Did you go there? They got to have ear drops and
I feel
Yeah.
like my throat's getting a little scratchy though.
that's just
I
my
hope that
don't
it
worry.
doesn't-
Don't worry. I'll
I
make
hope
sure
that
that
it
you
doesn't-
get to LA.
I got
Come
this.
hell or high water, buddy.
So I'm on the opposite end. I want to be good for E3. I can't wait for E3.
I mean, if you're gonna get sick, this is a great time right now.
It's early.
A couple
It's
days-
early. I
Exactly.
gotta give it a few more
You
days.
gotta wait. You gotta stretch it
Yeah,
out.
to see, I won't know till Saturday, Sunday. Whether or not I want to poke you right there.
Why? On my vote
You got a
sticker?
button.
The thing you'll never have.
Probably not.
You're not gonna make it to vote.
I just have a
today.
string
Maybe.
of them on my shelf that I put.
I put one on a PSP once. That was my.
Primary, who cares?
I loved it.
That was your
I loved
thing?
it. That was my thing.
Yeah.
So go to the doctor.
I don't know, man.
Why don't you go to the doctor, dude?
Because it's going to be a lot of. Honestly, it's a time thing. I mean, I don't have
It's not
anything
gonna take
set
that
up.
long.
Don't have that shit. Like, I don't know. What the
Just
fuck
go to the
my-
fucking
Go
doctor.
to urgent care by.
Oh no, you're gonna. It'll cost you an arm and a leg.
No, it won't.
You have
It's $100
insurance.
bucks.
At most $100.
Yeah, go to urgent care.
Yeah.
It's
Be like,
they
hey,
take
I'm
take
breaking.
about an hour to get in. They're like,
breaking.
I've had this thing forever.
Take your
They'll
Vita.
just give you a prescription for antibiotics, and you'll take.
Yeah, you
them,
need
and
like
that's it.
If he has anything.
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
and make sure
Don't- you're not
to
helping.
cough
You- your
indirectly into
fucking
Nick's mouth
neck
on
isn't
Friday
working.
night or
Lick
Saturday
my
morning.
mouth with your mouth
Will do.
right around Friday.
Any of you who want to get sick, it's super simple. Just accept bear food from Kevin. Ask
Oh,
for
I'm
whatever.
sure
Hey, can I
that
have
happens
one
no
of
matter
those
what.
chicken wings? Can I have that
I
cookie?
don't eat bear, so.
Is that a joke or that was a joke? Okay,
That was a joke,
you don't
yeah.
eat bear.
Mhm. That was a joke.
You're a piece of shit, Kevin.
It really is. No, I mean, I'm mostly. I want to go to the doctor. My problem is that we're running out of time here. There's a lot
Friday.
of shit that has
Friday.
to get done.
Friday.
Friday, I got shit to do Friday.
You don't have shit to do.
I got to get passports and stuff Friday.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, I forgot you don't have a
This is
passport.
an issue.
You can do that at the same time. Go to urgent care and there's Walgreens across the street. Wait, no, it's
Dude, make an appointment for a post office and just go get it all taken care of.
Rob a bank.
When I got my passport, it was dealing with the federal government nightmare issues always because the federal government's inept and sucks. But the getting my passport was like the easiest thing I'd ever done in my life. I was shocked. It was almost like the story I told when I set up Erin's internet with Comcast, and it was like I was like, really, that's it?
That is
Like
the
every once in a while, like
That's the opposite experience I had renewing my passport, which was the most inept experience of my entire life. Because the guy that was working at the post office, and maybe it was his silent protest, but he just refused to answer any more than one question at a time before going and helping someone else. So I brought the form up to him, and the form doesn't make any sense.
no.
And you have to give them your passport, which is terrifying. Because you're like, if this gets lost, then I just don't have a passport, and I'll never be able to renew it. And then I was like, so is this, what am I supposed to do here? And the guy's like, oh, yeah. That's probably where your birthday goes. Excuse me 1 second. And then would go away and help someone else. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is the worst.
The
You
scariest.
need to make sure you don't have to fast track it though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I mean,
You're gonna have to pay
I'm
for it.
screwed. I'm very screwed when it comes to all this shit.
You're gonna have to go to an outside agency to do it then.
See, the problem is you just keep putting all this off, though.
Mhm.
You gotta tackle one of them. You gotta tackle two of them.
Yeah, the passport needs to happen. And the scariest thing for me about when I got my passport was you actually have to give them your birth certificate.
See, that's
and
my
then
problem.
they just take it
I don't even wanna get
and then
into
they
this.
mail it back.
What, you don't have a birth certificate?
I do.
It's lost in your mom's house?
Completely unobtainable.
Well,
It's not lost.
You're completely
I know
not
exactly
getting your
where it is.
passport then.
Yeah, that's
No, because I need to go get the birth certificate and then I can get the passport.
Yeah. Yeah, without the
I know the process. I just need to do it.
This is a quest.
It is. It is.
It's a
this is
multi-part
such a
fetch
fucking-
quest. It's just like
here's-
Witcher 3.
Here's what I'm going to propose.
It's good.
It's going to sound like a lot of work because it is, but it'll be worth it in the end. We're doing another Game Over Greg show tomorrow. Let's do it in the car. Driving around, doing errands for Tim.
It's a great idea.
Take the whole setup into urgent care. Just sit there
I
talking.
love that idea. I love that idea. That doesn't
I'm into
infringe on anyone's privacy at the medical office.
I like
No,
it.
not at all.
I will say that I've been to Europe 3 times, been to Asia twice. You're not really missing anything. So I can tell you about it.
Okay.
It's
Tell me about Asia.
Asia's an interesting part. I've been to Japan twice. It's a very nice country, very clean. The people are very nice there. The food's very good. So
Do they like
you're
Mario stuff
basically
there?
already set. Oh yeah, they love video
You
games.
already know Mario, so you're fine.
They love
good
video
with
games. So
Mario.
you're pretty much okay with
Okay.
Japan. Europe, some people speak English, some people don't. The food's okay. There's a lot of terrain, different kinds of terrain. The geography is a little different, and there's a lot of countries very close together, and you can go in between them very easily because of the EU.
So
And
it's fast
basically,
travel
that's
system.
all you're missing. So you can probably just stay in the United States and be totally fine. I'm good.
Ham sandwiches are big in France.
I like ham.
Putting that out there. That's one thing.
They call it au jambon.
Jambon.
I like their little accents. They do that well.
In any train station, you can say
me when you do that.
"Oh, jambon," and they'll bring you a Sam sandwich.
Whenever I say
Okay.
bone, I'm looking at you or at least thinking about you.
Good.
Bone.
No, but you should get. So when I got my passport, I was at IGN and I actually just charged.
That was your
IGN
first time?
Yeah, I
Oh,
actually
wow.
charged IGN for the fast track because I needed to. So it's not that expensive. I think it's like $100, and the State Department will do it in like a month instead of like 2 or 3.
Yeah. No, I looked into it recently to try because I was trying to figure all this out before we got screwed, and we just constantly get screwed because we just do so much shit. So
Well,
I know what we need to do.
I feel like the pressure should be coming off you, right? In a way. Kind of Funny Live was the pressure cooker killing you, and then I took the baton for E3.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
killing
we
me
planned
now.
it, but like that doesn't mean that everything else isn't happening.
No.
He's got
I mean,
3 or 4
E3
days.
is
of-
happening.
Kind of funny live.
Will there
E3
be
is
exclusive merch?
happening. There won't be exclusive.
Oh, that
merch.
sucks. I don't want to
There
go.
should be.
Actually, there will be. It looks like these Lego Dimensions, Green Arrow, Supergirl.
Well, yeah, not
they
all
look
exclusive
fucking
merch.
real. I cannot wait.
Is it Green Arrow? I thought it was just the Arrow. His name was the Arrow.
No, that's on the show. It was called Arrow, and then eventually he became Green Arrow there too. But it was always Green Arrow. Now he's Green Arrow there too. It's cool.
He came back when he had the armor that went around his tricep.
He does
Calls
have
him Green
some
Arrow.
tricep. Is that this is a bicep though, right?
Well, it kind of curled around this way.
Oh,
it was
okay.
weird. I don't like the costumes on Arrow, but we won't get into that now.
I don't mind.
You should go to urgent care.
What's going on with John Diggle? I didn't even watch the season. He's
I haven't
wearing a
watched
fucking
season.
weird ass helmet.
Oh, that's been 2 seasons from now, and it looks
Really?
weird. Yeah, the
No,
Spartan
because I
helmet.
watched last season.
The Spartan helmet.
Yeah, with the
it's-
visor and
it's
shit.
terrible.
That was this season.
I thought it was last season. I haven't watched at all this season, so leading into Legends of Tomorrow, he got that. I didn't like it at all.
We'll save it. We'll save it.
All
We'll
right.
save it. We'll save it.
We should have an Arrow at all.